Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka The Cog, coming at you from comicbook.com. It's that time of the week again, the best day of the week, new comic book day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is a huge week, so we're just gonna jump right into it, guys. This is probably the biggest week of comics I've ever purchased in a long time. So let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about these books. We're gonna start in Marvel with The World to Come #2 by Joe Quesada and Christopher Priest. Guys, we all know what happened in the last issue. A new heir to Wakanda. We find out who this heir is and how it is he got to this level. Very great reveal, makes perfect sense. Don't be mad. Enjoy the ride. Christopher Priest knows what he's doing, and Joe Q is drawing a hell of a book. Check it out. The other big event, we got Imperial #2, Jonathan Hickman and Federico Vincentini. Guys, this is not a typical Jonathan Hickman book. There's not a lot of explanations. There's just action and good dialogue. It really feels like Dune with Marvel characters in space. The revelations, everything that's happening has been great. We're finding out all these great reveals as to who has killed who and all the conspiracy theories. And Hickman knows how to have snappy dialogue and quick action. So don't miss this book. If you're a Jonathan Hickman fan and want to see him do something different, check it out. Let's jump over to the Ultimate Universe. We got Ultimate Black Panther #18. Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli keep killing it on this Ultimate book. Guys, we know that Black Panther is now without the vibranium, and the vibranium itself is alive. And it has taken over a few people that mean a lot to T'Challa. They're on the run. They're having to deal with lots of different things in different ways. Him and Storm, yeah, stuff is happening. And stuff is about to hit the wall. This issue ends wonderfully. A lot of fun stuff. The story is paying off. Thanks a lot, Brian. Let's jump over to Ultimate X-Men #17. Peach Momoko doing it all herself. Much credit. All 17 issues, all herself. Fantastic. And in this issue, we get the X-Men. I forget what they're called. The Children of the Atom. They're having to deal with that. This is a great ending to this part of the story. Peach Momoko is doing great stuff, and this gets me more excited for what's happening in Ultimate Wolverine and in Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. So much fun stuff is going on in the Ultimate Universe, and it's all coming around because we know that guy, he's rearing his head, and any minute it's gonna all come to a flow, and everything's gonna happen. Ultimate Universe, guys, check it out. Let's jump over to 616. So we got Exceptional X-Men now, #11 by Evel Ewing, and we got a guest artist, Federica Mancini. All these Italian artists, it sounds like, right? And we got Ironheart showing up. This was a fun one and done issue. I like the fact that Marvel's throwing Ironheart in here. We here at CBC really enjoyed the Ironheart Disney Plus show, so seeing her show up in this was a lot of fun. This X-Men, they team up with her to deal with one of her villains, moves the story along, keeps this the camaraderie building with this new X-Men team. Evel Ewing is doing a great job building this team and these characters, and it ends in a way that makes you go, "Oh, where is this story going to next?" Don't miss out. If you, like I said, this is more of the other X-Men team. Give it a chance. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm digging it so far, and it was fun to see Ironheart show up in it. And we got Bring on the Bad Guys, Abomination #1, series of one-shots with this whole Bring on the Bad Guys stuff. Abomination here gets pulled in with this character who doesn't quite realize that Abomination is not a dummy. Most people think Abomination is a big dumb brute. He's a vicious big dumb brute, but also conniving. She bites off more than she can chew. It's a fun story. Really highlights, again, the villain. That's the point of these one-shots. And we get more of a tie-in in the back with the Sister Sorrow stuff. She's really gonna seem like she's gonna be the next big thing as far as those hellish type characters with Mephisto. And we all know Mephisto right now is an interesting character, so don't miss out. Let's jump over to Death of the Silver Surfer #2, Greg Pak and Kumar. What's Mr. Kumar's first name? Oh, my apologies. Sumit Kumar. Guys, this is a story about death. And it kind of goes against everything most people are used to when they want to read about the Silver Surfer. It's a story that is kind of winding down to what's going to end with the death of the Silver Surfer, it seems. So it kind of hurts. It's a little hard to read, but If you want to see the Silver Surfer and see where this is going, because I have a feeling, because, you know, nobody stays dead. So this is going to definitely lead to some kind of a rebirth. If it's your cup of tea, check it out. I'm a big fan of Greg Pak. I'm, for the most part, enjoying it, but it is a little bit of a downer. And we got the conclusion to Predator vs. Spider-Man, Benjamin Person and Marcelo Ferreira. Guys, the first 2 issues were ultra bloody. The last issue was not as bloody, and the third issue was not as bloody. This last issue here, satisfying conclusion. I thought it was gonna ramp back up, but it's kind of stayed mid. Craven gets a great moment, and this whole story sets up the next part, which is going to be Predator versus the Marvel Universe. On the whole, this miniseries did more for me than what I expected it to. It was still really fun seeing Spider-Man have to deal with these creatures. Don't miss out if you're a Spider-Man fan, Craven fan, and overall Predator fan. Benjamin, you're doing a great job with all these miniseries. I'm going to check out the Predator vs. Marvel Universe. Let's jump over to DC now. I'm telling you guys, big week. Absolute Batman number 10. The story of Absolute Bane showing up and just being an absolute abomination. Batman really has to pull out all the stops against this guy in this issue. We also get Killer Croc showing up in here and a bunch of other villains as well. Arc M is way more than Batman realized it was going to be, and it's just fun. Scott, you know how to write a fun story. You're really just embracing, hey, this is the Absolute Universe. This isn't regular DC Universe. So some people are turned off by it. I'm enjoying it because it's just, it's like, what is Bruce's nightmares about? This. Don't miss out. Great job, Scott. And let's jump over to Dan Slott's Superman Unlimited with art by Rafael Albuquerque. Guys, and this is a hopeful issue. We got Crypto, everybody's favorite dog right now. You can't go wrong with Crypto, right? If you saw the movie, saw it twice already. We talked about it yesterday on the podcast. So much fun the movie was, and honestly, it seems like Dan just pulled the movie, throw some of it onto this book. Don't miss this. Superman Unlimited has been a great Superman series. For those of you who, like me, were out of it for so long, Superman Unlimited has sucked me back into a Superman book and even makes me now want to catch up on action and regular Superman. So, Dan, doing a good job. And for those of you who are on a budget like me, your comic shop should have this. Aquaman, a fun Shark Week one-shot, completely free. The comic shop should hopefully have it. If you like sharks like I do and look forward to Shark Week every week, pick it up. Aquaman story where he makes sure the sharks are being conserved by any means necessary. Fun, free. Now let's jump over to Image. This was one of my picks for July. Dread the Hall H by a slew of creators. We got Jordan Hart, Chris Ryle, Chris Anderson, Nelson Daniel, Piotr Kowalski, and Jimmy Kukaj. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but guys, this was one of my picks. This is a fun book. For those of you who know what Hall H is usually where at the conventions they make the big announcements. All the slews of fans come out and they just demand certain amounts of information in all different kinds of ways, the cosplay. If you're able to laugh at yourself as a collector, someone who understands that the level of obsession that this can be, this is for you. Laugh at yourself. So many of these things, I sit here and go, oh, I've done that. And I've cringed at when I see other people doing it. Chris Ryle, you guys told a hell of a story. The artwork was pretty good. I really enjoyed this. Definitely want to pass this around because this is a book you want to sit down, laugh with, talk about with your friends. And now that it's con season, stand by. We're going to see a lot of the stuff that happened in this book. So check it out. Nice, fun one-shot. Now we got brand new book, Ghost Pepper by Ludo Lullaby, and Adriano Lucas, who I believe, and I picked up the art drum cover, because anytime there's an art drum cover, I'm buying it. Guys, this book reminded me a lot of, dare I say, Cowboy Bebop, where these reluctant heroes, kind of guys who are down on their luck, but they know how to get stuff done. They're thrown into this world, not thrown into this world, they're on this world, but they're thrown into this adventure reluctantly, but they know how to get it done. This oversized issue for a great price, $4.99, and it's massive amount of detail, really sucks you in, and I can't wait for the next issue. If you like Cowboy Bebop, check it out. And I can hear the theme song in my head, and the whole time, the action in this was so good. This was the artist who did the last couple issues of Battle Chasers was it like a year ago now? So check it out if you enjoy that Battle Chaser stuff and you want more of like a manga action Cowboy Bebop story. I can't help but keep saying it. Check it out. Now let's jump over to that Energon universe. We got G.I. Joe number 9, Josh Williamson, Andrea Villana, Lee Loffridge, continuing the story of CoverGirl and the Baroness in France, trying to get away from the adventure, but the adventure follows them. A lot of cool reveals, a lot of great dialogue. Major Blood makes his appearance because he wants revenge for, losing his eye. I would too. Good stuff, fun, cliffhanger at the end. Makes me want to just keep coming back for more and more of this Energon universe stuff. Josh, you're doing a great job. Can't wait for the Energon universe to see where it goes from here, because we got Robert Kirkman taking over Transformers. Josh keeps doing a great job with G.I. Joe. Keep it going, guys. And let's jump over to Jeff Johns' universe, the Unnamed universe, with Red Coat number 13 by Jeff Johns and Brian Hitch. This is continuing the Northerner story, and it concludes here, and it concludes in a way to set up the big thing. The big thing is finally happening. We're going to have Red Coat teaming up with Geiger, and everybody else seems like is showing up, and the next character is going to be showing up, if you guys are keeping track of that timeline in the back of these books. Jeff, the Unnamed universe, of all the universes, doesn't get enough attention. But if you see these books that have the checker on top, that old school DC checker logo on top, go back and get these issues. You're not going to regret it. They all have beautiful art. Most of them are written by Jeff Johns. If you remember Blackest Night, and the Green Lantern stuff, you remember how that world was built. This is now his own playground where he gets to do what he wants with no editorial control. Unnamed universe, guys, check it out. Go back and get those issues. Geiger, Red Coat, Junkyard Joe, etc. Don't miss it. And let's jump over to Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is issue number 10. Guys, Juan Ferreira is one of the best artists in business right now, and Jason Aaron is just on a groove when it comes to telling the stories of Mikey, Donnie, Leo, and Raph. This is a great issue that really highlights how close these brothers are, and it's just action-packed. They seem like they get locked up, but not quite. And a great, for me, the first time I'm ever seeing an iteration of a character show up at the end of this book. Great stuff. Has me hyped to watch the 35th anniversary of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the theaters again. That's coming out soon. Don't miss this. You're only behind like 10 issues right now, guys. If you still are sleeping on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, don't go back, get them. Almost there, guys. DYNAMITE is back, guys. DYNAMITE is back with Gargoyles, Demona number 1, another miniseries by Greg Weisman and Frank Poor. We haven't seen Gargoyles in a long time because of freaking Diamond, but now we get it back. They're not bankrupt, thank God. And here we got the story of Demona back in the 1100s, more filling in all those details that the animated series never did, of when Demona was on her own with her own side clan dealing with the Hunter. If you remember that guy with the scratch face, because Demona was hungry. She didn't want her meal interrupted. Greg, you know your sandbox so well. I love it. I never get tired of it. Picked up the Mark Spears cover because the guy's like the hottest artist right now. And please don't miss out on this book. Jump back into the Dynamite books. I know it's been a while. Don't miss out. This is a great chance to go back and maybe find previous back issues and jump right back into this, because this is all leading to more Gargoyles fun. And let's check out Herculoids by Tom Stengowski and Craig Rousseau. Guys, if you love watching Herculoids, when I did back in the early Cartoon Network days, you always wondered, where do these creatures come from and why is there so much going on this planet? What is the deal? Tom Stengowski is telling a great story as to why, and now in this issue, what's fun is it concludes in a way to set up the next thing to see why this planet really is so important in the rest of the galaxy. Loving how seeing all the creatures, Zoc and Ugo and Glip and Glob. So much fun, so much nostalgia here. I know some people are saying they're not liking the art. The art is starting to grow on me, but yeah, if it looked more like the animated series, maybe more like the Jack Kirby art that inspired it, would probably enjoy it more, but don't sleep on it, guys. This is, again, a great series for people who don't want to get super invested in these massive universes. Check out Herculoids. Go on a nostalgia trip. Check it out. Speaking of nostalgia trips, we got Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Space Quest number 2. The artwork in this issue, guys, is fantastic. Sebastian Perez is really hitting a stride. Joe Casey knows these characters. You can tell he grew up watching these cartoons and probably had the same thoughts as me. How did Space Ghost get all these cool gadgets? And what if Johnny Quest was, for some reason, teleported into space and had to team up with Space Ghost? Fun stuff, guys. Just like with the Herculoids, these are just fun books. Makes you feel like you're watching those cartoons with a little bit more fleshed out story. Joe, you're killing it on this. And email me back, please. Jeez. All right. Good stuff. And last, certainly not least, the Thundercats are on the loose with issue number 16. And we got Declan Shelby and Drew Moss on this team. I've missed this book so much. Missed all these books. Thundercats Lost, Apex, all that stuff. The guys, and for those of you who are like me, collect the Thundercats and Thundercats Lost, this book finally kind of makes you go, oh, that's that's how Lost connects to this. And oh, how does Apex connect to this? Because Apex and Lino are connected. So Alino's missing. Apex is out there. The Thundercats are having to rebuild themselves, invent themselves, live in this live in the third earth of this world, because this is not the animated series. And we've, like I said, if you know the Thundercats Lost stuff, then you don't want to miss this, because certainly one of my favorite Thundercats finally shows up in this book. Don't miss out. And guys, that's what I picked up today. What a week. My arms are so tired from picking up what felt like 80 books. Great week we're talking Superman, we're talking all these books, and talking just everything that's going on in comics. More and more news is just announced every day. Don't miss out. Make sure you follow our Facebook, follow our Instagram, follow our Twitter, follow our YouTube. It's blowing up. We're talking Marvel Snap, we're talking Marvel previews, comic previews, period. And just more and more to come. Don't miss the podcast this week when it drops. We got a deep discussion on Superman. He's the hero of the day right now, guys. But coming right up behind him is the Fantastic Four. Like I say every week, we are eating good, and we're going to keep eating. So guys, thank you so much as always for hanging out with me for this week. And please comment. Let me know what you picked up. Let me know what I missed out on, because there was more. Guys, there was more. I could have easily spent double this, but like I said, gotta eat eggs, right? Don't miss out. Please, as always, thank you. Keep print alive. Read more comics. Thank you so much.